This is our full European Boxer Girl Wrangler. She is about 47 days along in her pregnancy. The gestation for a dog is around 63 days. And we're going to follow the rest of her pregnancy and kind of give some advice on whelping. And today will be supplies that you should have in your whelping box. So, the very first thing that you're going to want is going to be a whelping box. We personally use a put together garden box that we can take apart and sanitize after each whelp. We have been raising babies for almost 20 years, so we've gone through kind of the learning curve, and I'm comfortable using the one I'm going to show you. I do suggest, if you're a beginner, that you use a full-on whelping box with pig rails for the safety of the puppies, and I'll explain that a little bit. Well, excuse you. In the comments section or the biography of this video, I will put the links to products that I personally recommend. Some of them are ones that I have used. Others are equipment that I plan to purchase myself in the future and hope that it works as good as we hope. Sit. Good girl. So, back to the whelping box. The first one I'm going to show you is called the Easy Whelp. It has pig rails, it has the door for mom to get in and out, and that is the one I highly suggest. I'll show you a quick clip of the one I have, but we'll give you the link to the Easy Whelp. It is worth the money just for the peace of mind and safety of your puppies. So this is the box that I personally have now. When I was first starting out, I definitely used one with the pig rails so that I can monitor my mom and puppies a little bit closer and make sure that none of them get squished. This one does not have pig rails, but I will say that I am probably the lightest sleeper on earth, and I pretty much don't sleep for the first 3 weeks of the puppy's lives anyway, so until they're old enough to kind of crawl away from mom, I keep a pretty close ear on them all the time. This is a 48 by 48 box, fits my boxers just fine, way too big for my little toy Aussies. We actually just use the bottom half of a large plastic crate for the little ones until they outgrow that, and then they graduate into this box that's a little bit bigger and we can put their potty area in. So, most important is the whelping box. If you're going to spend money on anything and splurge, this would be the item that I would suggest putting the little extra money into. Now, for those whelping boxes, what I do is first line it with a bottom mat. Now, the ones that I have this rubber backing. Mine are getting a little bit old, and unfortunately, I have not been able to find the exact same mat, which I'm going to have to dive a little deeper because I absolutely love these. They stick to the floor. They keep the fluid contained. They hold a lot of the pee if it soaks through the other mats. So we line the floor underneath our whelping box with this first rubber-backed mat. Then we add these other whelping pads. These are washable. They are a lifesaver. I will attach the link to these ones because I absolutely do love these. They come in kind of cute little designs. They have not a rubber back, but little rubber pieces that help them not slide. Puppies need something that they can grip their little toenails into to help form their bones so that they don't end up having joint issues as they get bigger. And luckily, I have a stack of probably about 10 of these random other pads, and they make it really easy to change out. So when they get too gross, at least twice a day, we change out the reusable pee pads, and happy dry puppies is what we get. Now for the actual big day, we have a variety of items. Of course, the most needed item that you want to have ready to go is your towels. So I don't do anything fancy. Most of my towels are donations. I ask for donated towels because the moms shred them when they're having puppies. So when I know that the moms are going to go into labor, I lay 5 or 6 towels in on top of their bedding so that they have something that they can nest in and shred. And it gives them something to keep their mind focused, and that gives them that nesting ability. So towels, don't spend a lot of money on fancy towels. Anything will work. Just make sure that you can sanitize them. I recommend washing them with bleach. Make sure that they're double rinsed so that you don't have chemical on your newborn puppies. Another thing that some people like to have on stock is your rubber gloves. And I'm not going to lie, I don't use the gloves a whole lot. So I always sanitize my hands when I know that the puppies are on their way, and sometimes rubber gloves just kind of get in the way. Some people don't want the idea of feeling inside their female or messing with puppies without having that extra barrier. So if you want to make sure that you're keeping that extra sanitizing, you're welcome to do the gloves. I personally sanitize my hands, that way I can feel everything a little bit more closer. So rubber gloves. The next most important thing I would say after the whelping box is going to be your nose bulbs. So you can tell I've got one that's a little off color. This thing has been around for about 17 years. So I have one that works really well. I can't get rid of it. This one's not quite broken in. It's a little firm. It's a little hard to use. So this is one of the items I'm actually going to send a link to an alternate item I have not used. I'm considering buying one, and it's actually an electronic aspirator. If anybody on here has used this for their children or for their puppies themselves, comment and let me know what you think. I'm kind of choosing a mid-range one. I don't like to go really cheap. I don't like to go really expensive, but the reviews were really good on this one. So I'm hoping maybe an electronic aspirator would help us get the fluids out of these puppies that need that suction. Of course, we have our thermometer. We take our females' temperatures rectally starting about a week before their due date. And everything you look at will say that you want to see a temperature drop below 100. From personal experience, you want to see it go lower than that. So a dog's normal temperature is 99 to 102. That's a normal range. So we personally don't expect labor until we see a temperature go below 99. We want to see 98.6 or 97 before we actually believe that our females are going to be going into labor. So we've got our thermometer, we've got our nose bulbs, we've got alcohol wipes. Always sanitize your thermometer. Always sanitize your scissors in case you have to cut the umbilical cords. Always sanitize anything prior to touching a puppy with it. So we keep lots of alcohol pads on hand. Now, a lot of people, again, if you're looking at different videos, they will say they use dental floss to cut and tie off umbilical cords. So me personally, I did work at a vet and helped with their C-sections and whatnot. And what we prefer to use is actually the hemostats. So if I have to cut umbilical cords, which I'm hoping I always give my moms a chance to do so, we use the hemostats. Those are curves. We've got straights. Prefer to use the straights. And we just clamp. Again, use your alcohol wipes. Sanitize them before you put them on a puppy. You clip this about 1 inch from their stomach where the umbilical cord is attached. And then you can use your scissors and cut on the other side and let that clot for a couple minutes before you take it off. After that, our next step is we use iodine swabs. So this helps sanitize the umbilical cord and make sure that we don't end up with an infection going up through that. So with all of these equipments, those are your most needed on the day that your puppies are due. You can go and you can get heating pads, and you can have heating lamps. You can do a lot of extra stuff, but as far as what is an emergency necessary, these are the equipment that I suggest that you have on hand anytime you are going to have puppies. And like I said, I will put links to the items that I know that they do have on Amazon in case you want to purchase some of those. If you have any questions, always feel free to comment, and I will try to help out anybody that I can. I want people to bring their puppies in the world safely and responsibly. So hope this helps somebody, and have a good rest of your evening.